What's up, guys? In this video, what I wanted to do is basically a tabletop discussion about some of the differences between the AK-47 and the AR-15 platforms. Both are very popular sporting rifles. They're used for hunting, they're used for self-defense, and I know that there are people out there who do not think that these rifles are used for such activities. Trust me, they are. And this video is basically just intended to be informational if you are someone who may be in the market for one of these particular rifles and you're just kind of wanting to do some comparison between the two. I just wanted to put some information out there for you all. Now, one of the first misconceptions about the AK-47 is that they never malfunction. That is something that is just not true. An AK-47 is just like any other firearm, and there can be malfunctions within the platform. Both the AK as well as the AR-15 are manufactured by various companies, and various companies have different levels of quality control. They have different manufacturing processes that all play into the reliability of the firearm. And also, it should be mentioned that user error is also a very influential aspect as far as reliability as well. If you have the best AK or the best AR-15 on the market, if you do not use it properly, you can cause yourself a malfunction. So you should learn the proper operation of whichever platform you decide to go with. Up here is my Riley Defense AK-47, the Rack-47 as it's commonly known. And here is one of my AR-15s. This one in particular is the Bushmaster upper with an Anderson lower receiver. I've got videos on both of these on my channel, so go over and check them out. Now, the AR-15 is one that is used all across the country. It is a very popular firearm within the United States, as well as a few other places. However, very heavily within the United States. This is the modern day musket, I guess you could say, the modern day commons man rifle. That's how common that these firearms are these days. The AK-47 has a strong following as well. And it is growing. You know, I recently, not long ago, became an AK owner myself, and I really enjoy shooting these firearms. As someone who is a gun collector, a gun enthusiast, I enjoy both platforms. Now, one of the things that you would want to consider if trying to decide between these two platforms, the first of which is ammo availability. How is the ammo market in your area? If you cannot get ammo easily for one platform compared to the other, then you may choose the firearm that you can get ammo for. Now, there are ups and downs in the ammo supply chain all across the country, especially now. And there are times I've gone into gun stores and I have found plenty of 5.56 ammo for the AR-15, but not had as much luck finding ammo for the AK-47. In the past, when we got, I guess you could say, into parts of 2020, which everyone knows what was going on then, for a brief period of time, it was just the opposite. I could not find ammo for an AR-15. However, I could find ammo for an AK-47, but at that time I did not own one. So that is another reason that I decided to pick one up. I wanted to have plenty of options available, just depending on how things go in the world we live in. I would like the option of having something that I could get ammo for. Part of that as well, depending on which part of the world that you live in, there is going to be more availability of ammo for one compared to the other. Now, it is possible to get AR-15s chambered in the 7.62 by 39, which is the traditional AK round. You can also find AK-47s that are chambered in the 5.56 NATO, which is typically used traditionally in the AR-15. So you do have that option as well for those who are fans of one platform or the other. There are some other things that we would want to consider between the differences of an AR-15 and an AK-47. One of those is serviceability. If you have a malfunction on an AK-47, if it is a hardware malfunction, depending on what that malfunction is, you may or may not be able to make a repair on that. For example, if you were to shear a rivet, if you were to have some failures within the AK-47 that required removing a rivet, typically out in the field, you are not going to be able to do that. However, with an AR-15 and just a basic tool, I mean, you can get one of a series of multi-tools where you can basically disassemble this firearm and service it. There is a lot more availability of parts for the AR-15 compared to the AK-47 in many parts of the world, so that is something to consider as well. And again, guys, both platforms can have malfunctions. I mean, you know, the AKs, I'm finding it to be a very enjoyable firearm to shoot, but you can have malfunctions within either platform. They are both a fun firearm for sporting, fun for just target shooting and things like that, and just a lot of fun all the way around for any type of a gun enthusiast. You know, if it was me, if I could only have one, it would be a very tough choice for me, but then it would go back to the availability of ammo and that sort of thing. For me, traditionally, I like to keep things just a little bit traditional, especially with some of the stuff that I do. My AK-47, you can see that it is in its traditional form. It has just the iron sights and things like that. I do not have optics or anything on that. I just like the gun the way that it is. I did add a sling, which on any kind of a rifle, a sling is basically the same as a holster when you're talking pistols. I mean, a sling is very important if you are going to be hiking, if you're going to be carrying this firearm for extended amounts of time. A sling is a must. Same with an AR-15. Here I have my sling on this. This is a QD sling that I got off of Amazon. I'll throw a couple links down in the description if any of you guys are interested in those. Both are very enjoyable firearms. Both are guns that I am glad that I have. So if you are looking to purchase your first rifle, whether it be an AK-47 or an AR-15, again, I would check the ammo availability in your area, check parts availability in your area, and if you're not going to be doing the work on any of your firearms yourself, if necessary, you know, find a local shop that might be able to help you and see what they are the most skilled with. But guys, this is just a quick video that I wanted to do. It is one that is you know, as I mentioned earlier, both of these firearms are very enjoyable for me, and I just thought that I would do a little bit of a comparison between them. I'd love to know your thoughts down in the comments below. Let me know if you prefer an AK over the AR. Likewise, if you prefer the AR over the AK, I would like to know why that is, as well as you know, anything else that you would like to add on that. But guys, thanks for watching. Check out all the links down in the description. Visit my website at boomsticktactical.com, and we'll see you next time.